And it's Ken Kraetzer for CBSI Services. We're at the DMA and then Conference 2018 in Las Vegas. Have a chance to talk to a new friend from Los Angeles, Tony Vinders, CEO of the Vinders Group. Tony, good to see you. What's the conference been like for you?
Hey, Ken, thank you for asking. The conference has been great. I'm so thrilled to be part of the DMA, and since they've merged with ANA, that's recent news. That seems like a really good partnership. There's a lot of energy around the conference, and I'm learning a lot and here to share a little bit about what I know related to blockchain.
That's great. Well, let's start. You described a new project, a new agency, which you're doing in a very unique way, kind of a virtual agency. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, well, for a long time, I've been a technology marketer. I started an agency called iAgency back in the .com era, and then have been in the ad tech, martech field as a VP of marketing for a long time, and for the past few years was consulting to tech companies, and decided I'm going to build another agency, but this time we're building a virtual agency for the gig economy. I think we're at a point where clients don't much care where work gets done as long as it gets done well, and that we're accountable for the strategy and the content and the campaigns that we're building for them. And so what we're doing is we're building virtual teams, assimilating people into the group who we've vetted. Sometimes we've worked with them before, and building a strong bench of global independent marketing talent, and we're assembling them as teams to get work done for our clients.
Very good. Now, what would be some of the services, some of the types of projects that you might take on for a client?
Well, we focus very much in the B2B technology space. So many of our clients, some of them are just getting started and they need brand positioning, messaging, and go-to-market strategies for the first time. Other times we're helping companies that have been around a little while scale their B2B lead generation, demand generation. Part of our tech stack is HubSpot, so we're using that to help generate leads. But typically our services roll up to 3 different pillars of strategy, content, and campaigns, and that really encompasses everything that a company would need in their full service marketing. So we can stand in as a CMO for hire. We can come in and build out a company's marketing department and put all the tools and technology, even hire a team, or we can serve as an agency of record, managing advertising, public relations, social, the whole gamut.
Very good. Well, CBSI works with major banks and about 1,000 banks around the country. Are there any services that would fit into the bank or financial services space?
Sure. Well, customer acquisition for banks is a big deal. So we could serve as the digital arm of that operation, creating demand generation for new leads into any banking product. So that sounds like an obvious kind of B2B fit, especially banks that are looking for business customers.
Absolutely. Now, you mentioned blockchain. The host of the event this morning, Bon and Vals, talked about the internet being a 1960s design, and that blockchain could be the answer to providing more security and capacity. What's your view on blockchain? Is it really a part of the future?
Well, it's definitely part of the future, and it's here to stay. I mean, but blockchain is good for some things and not for others. So it's not going to solve all the world's problems, but at the same time, we're kind of at the precipice of blockchain and its impact on the marketing industry. So it feels to me like we're circa 1994 for the web, if you will. So we really don't know where all this is going to lead. It's going to require, we have a huge chicken-egg dilemma, so it's going to require mass adoption in order for it to really realize all of its benefits. The transaction speeds are very slow. So if you remember, I mean, the web didn't even really take off until the bandwidth was there for us to do a lot more with video, for example. So people are working on those problems. They're making it easier for consumers to adopt, and we're way early on the learning curve, but certainly blockchain's here to stay. It's going to have a huge impact, especially in areas where there needs to be trust created between two parties that are exchanging something of value, be that a cryptocurrency or a piece of data about themselves in particular. I think consumers are going to be in more control of their data in the new era, and blockchain is going to facilitate that. That's one big takeaway for me here at the DMA conference.
Very good. Now, Tony Vinders, tell us a little bit about how someone can reach you out in Los Angeles.
Well, thanks, Ken. The Vinders Group is just launching in the next couple of weeks our first website, so it'll be thewindersgroup.com. I'm excited to share that site with everyone and welcome people to meet us there. I'm Tony at thewindersgroup.com and eager to meet marketing professionals who would like to join the group and clients who we could help serve their B2B marketing needs.
And as I ask all of our guests, tell us a little bit about the path of your career that leads you to starting this agency.
Thank you, Ken. I actually came out of the University of Central Missouri, where I grew up in Warrensburg, Missouri. I got a BS in PR and then moved to Hollywood to start my PR career under Phil Palladino, a classic press agent from the 1960s. So I got a real colorful start to my career, and that empowered me to have my own agency shortly thereafter. I started Interactive Agency Inc. in 1995, one of the first digital agencies in the world. And so that sort of led me on the path to ad tech, martech, and now full circle, I'm doing it again, creating this new agency.
Tony Vinders, great to meet you here at the DMA and then conference, and look forward to seeing how your new agency emerges out in Los Angeles. Great to see you today.
Thanks so much, Ken. I appreciate it.
My pleasure. This is Ken Kraetzer for CBS Eye Services at the DMA and then conference in Los Angeles.